This presentation will introduce guidelines to working safely around horses. When working around horses, there are some basic safety guidelines to keep yourself safe. We will discuss general safety reminders as well as how to set yourself up for success in various specific scenarios. Always ensure the horse knows where you are around them. We recommend using first your voice and then touch so you don't startle them. Always be aware of your surroundings. Be on the lookout for potential problems in advance, such as other horses, loud sudden noises, or hazards in your path. Gather the supplies you need and set up your space before bringing the horse into the equation. Examples are halter and lead line, cross ties, grooming supplies, and many more. Understanding horse body language. Being able to read a horse's body language is an invaluable tool in staying safe around them. A horse's ears are a great way to measure their feelings. Many say a horse's ears are similar to a person's facial expressions. You can determine if a person is happy, tense, sad, or angry by their facial expressions. You can read these emotions by a horse's ears as well. See the next slide for a key to reading a horse's ears. A horse's ears give you many clues to how they are feeling. There are many other factors to take into understanding horse body language, but this key here can give you a rough idea of what some of their ear positions can mean. The first picture tends to mean relaxed. The bottom lip is protruding can mean many things in different contexts. It is important to look at the whole horse, as this can be a sign of illness too. The next picture is demonstrating alert. The ears are pointing forward, the mouth is tightly closed, the eyes are alert and facing forwards. He is alarmed or perhaps nervous about something. The third picture is irritation. The mouth is open, wrinkled back, ears pointing forward, eyes staring straight in front. The tail may be swishing to confirm that this is irritated. The middle row of pictures shows interested. The ears are facing forward and in the direction that he is interested. His mouth is relaxed. He is interested in something in his environment. The center picture is listening. The ears are facing outwards but flicking back and forth. He is relaxed and listening. His ears are relaxed, his eyes are relaxed, and he has no tension in his mouth. A horse can turn and rotate their ears in 180 degrees, so you'll notice that they point their ears to the direction that they are listening. The next picture is vocalization. The mouth is open, their lips wrinkled back, eyes and ears facing forward. This might be accompanied by pacing and swishing of the tail. He is calling to communicate. On the third row demonstrates acceptance. The ears are back but relaxed. The tongue is out, eyes are relaxed, and he may be resting one of his legs. The next picture is annoyed. The ears are turned back. He is starting to show annoyance at something. This may be accompanied by a swishing tail. You can see that the ears are progressing closer in this annoyed picture to when they demonstrate threat in the last picture. So the more tense and flat the ears, the more annoyed. The final picture you'll see threat. The ears are flat back, the face is wrinkled up, the teeth are shown. Watch out for the tail. This may be preceding by swishing and then a tucked tail tight. The first scenario we will discuss is how to safely bring your horse in from turnout. Once you have been trained to be a lead walker, this is a scenario that you will encounter often. First, you will need to gather your lead line and make sure the clip is working. Next, you will approach the paddock and scan the area for your horse. Unlock the gate and open it so that you can enter. Close the gate behind you so the horse or horses won't be able to slip out. Walk towards your horse in the paddock, giving lots of space around the other horses if they are in turnout with a herd. Make sure your horse sees and hears you coming, as well as the other horses in the space. Wait until you can approach your horse at his head without putting yourself behind another horse or in between a herd, which could be a dangerous scenario. Greet your horse and clip your lead line to the tie ring on the halter. Make sure you fold the lead line's extra length into the palm of your hand, not wrapped around your hand. We will discuss this more in depth next. Carefully walk your horse back to the gate, being aware of your surroundings and the other horses. Open the gate wide enough for you and your horse to exit. As your horse exits, turn them to face the gate. Always position yourself in the opening so you can close the gate if needed. Pull the gate closed and refasten the closure. On the next slide, Jamie will demonstrate bringing a horse in from turnout with the help of Bear.
I'm going to head into the paddock to retrieve my horse. I have my lead rope ready with my clip. When I enter the gate, I'm going to open the gate, swing it open, and then I'm going to close it behind me so that way my horse doesn't get out. I slowly approach my horse and I clip my lead rope on and we're ready to walk out. I'm going to open the gate to clear my horse. I'm going to walk him forward and then turn back to close the gate behind me so the other horses don't get out. Okay, that's good.
Once you have been trained to properly lead walk a horse, there are several steps to make sure that you are doing so correctly. Before you can lead a horse, make sure they are wearing a halter that meets our safety requirements and that you have a lead line with a working clip. You will clip your lead line onto the tie ring, which is located under the horse's chin. You will hold onto the lead line with two hands. One is directly under the clip, below their chin. The other will hold the slack of the lead line. When holding the slack of the lead line, you will fold it over into the palm of your hand. You never wrap it around your hand. If a horse pulls, it would tighten around your hand and you could be injured or dragged. Position yourself to walk next to your horse's head and invite them to walk with you. Avoid dragging them or being dragged by them.
When I'm going to walk my horse, I'm going to hold on to my lead rope with two hands. The hand closest to the horse is going to hold the end of the lead rope underneath the horse's chin, and then the rest of my lead rope I'm going to fold up in my hand so that way the slack is not dangling on the floor. It's important not to wrap your lead rope around your hand like this. When it is wrapped, if the horse pulls, you could get rope burn from holding it that way. So you want to loop your lead rope over and hold it in your hand. So my slack is ready, my horse is standing next to me. We're gonna walk forward. I'm gonna stay right next to my horse's head as I walk. I don't want him to get too far ahead of me and I don't want to be dragging him from behind. You ready? Let's walk, please, Bear.
Next, we will discuss working with a horse while on cross ties and how to do so safely. Cross ties are a very helpful tool we rely on frequently. Cross ties are specially designed tools to attach to both sides of your horse's halter and keep your horse contained when you are working around them. When using cross ties, they must be the type designed with a safety component. They are not just two lead lines tied to the wall. Please see the next slides to understand the safety components of cross ties. In this picture, you will see a set of safety cross ties. They come in all different colors, as you can see to the right. There are a few different components that we're going to speak about and the importance of these. I want you to look at the two different clips on the bottom and see that they are in fact completely different. The metal clips that are on the left that have a rounded top are the side that would be fastened closest to the wall. The two metal clips that you'll see a little arrow on are the side that would be fastened to your horse's halter. Another important aspect are that these cross ties are adjustable. This is a really important feature. You want to make sure that you fit your cross ties to the width of the aisle where you are using them. They have to be able to fit to your horse or a pony or a mini, which would require a different length. And you want to make sure that there is some slack to them. When you have your horse on cross ties, you don't want them to be really tight. You want them to be able to step forward or back and reposition themselves while you're working around them. Safety cross ties must have the safety release, which is the metal on the bottom right of this picture that shows the arrow. The safety release is always part of the cross tie that connects to your horse's halter. And there's an additional step to ensuring safety compliance we'll look at on the next slide. As you can see in this picture, there's baling twine that connects the fastener on the wall or the post to the cross tie snap. You always want to make sure that there is a breakaway connection. In this picture, the baling twine is one of the most commonly used safety breakaways for cross ties. So we have talked about breakaways being so important a lot. We discussed it when it came to our halters to make sure that they're not completely nylon and there is a leather breakaway feature. So why are breakaways so important when it comes to horses? Let's get into that. Horses are a flight animal. This means when they are scared, their instinct is to run from what they think is dangerous. If a horse perceives danger and tries to run away, the safest result is for them to run. If they are scared and they are stuck, they will only get more panicked. The safety feature that attaches to the horse's halter is a quick release. If your horse starts to scramble in fear, you simply pull down on the arrow and the fastener will release. If you are not able to get to this quick release, you want the breakaway at the wall so the horse can get free. So there are a few different ways when you have these breakaways in place that your horse can get free. Which release is safer? The safest way to free a horse from this scenario is the quick release at the halter. If you are unable to release the cross ties from the halter and the horse runs with the cross ties attached to the halter, they will be dragging them and they can step on them or get tangled in them. When your horse's flight instinct kicks in, it is still safer to have them break away with the cross ties attached than to be stuck in a panic. That's why we set ourselves up for success with several different layers of safety.
Go ahead.
So now that we're ready to groom, we have to attach our horse to the cross ties. The cross tie clip gets clipped to the ring at the side of the halter by his nose. On the cross tie, you'll see there is an arrow that slides down and opens up the latch for our cross tie to attach. I'm going to put the cross tie hook on, pull down on the arrow, and attach the cross tie. I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. I'm going to reach across. I'm going to find the ring that's closest to his nose. I'm going to hook my cross tie in, pull down on the latch, and attach Bear to the cross tie.
To summarize, in this lesson we discussed several ways to work safely around horses. We've covered reading the horse's ears to understand what they are feeling, how to safely bring a horse in from turnout, how to safely lead walk a horse, what cross ties are safe to use and how to use them. Now let's test our skills. Please grab a pen and paper so you can answer the questions as we work through the quiz. Write down 2 feelings you think this horse is trying to express, and let's discuss them together as a class. Review the picture of this man leading a horse. Is this person leading the horse correctly? Why or why not? Try to write at least 2 reasons for your answer, and let's discuss them together. We talked a lot about cross ties and how we can safely use them. Although you can't see the connection to the wall, look at the cross ties connected to this horse's halter and let me know if you think they look safe. Please explain why or why not. When you're bringing a horse in from turnout, do you leave the gate open or closed? Why or why not?